This episode of See Tolle Run is brought to you by Grandma's Marathon. Hi, I'm Olympian Carrie Tellefson, and today I'm answering questions submitted by our viewers on our Facebook and Twitter pages. So let's get after it. Paha was wondering what my daily workout is. Well, Paha, things have changed a little bit now that I've had Ruby. I typically just go once a day and I do everything all at once. My workouts are typically twice a week, and those are intervals, and then I have a long run on Saturday. So I think I run about 6 to 7 times a week. Sometimes I take Sunday off, but no more 2 days for me unless that happens this winter when I have a little bit more time, but I'm trying to have quality versus quantity. So I tell you to get after it in the mornings because it's the best time to do it. My friend Jolene from high school wants to know if I'm going to get a tattoo of the Olympic rings. I don't know, Jolene. I don't have any tattoos. I guess if I would have to get one, maybe that would be it, but I think I'm going to keep this body looking all nice and clean. Brad is wondering if I'm going to have an adult running camp here in Minnesota. Brad, I plan to have an adult running camp here in Minnesota soon, probably next fall. But you can come to an adult running camp January 12th through the 15th in Houston, and you'll be able to watch the next Olympic team being made at the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials. And you can go to lifetimerun.com to find out more about that. Brian wants to know how I curb hunger while my mileage is increasing. Brian, I like to eat, as you all know, and watching from my videos from before, but I would have to say protein. That's a big thing for me, especially when I'm adding in mileage and speed, because I feel like that sticks with me the most. So usually I bump up the protein a little bit, and then I definitely do not forget to have my milkshake before I go to bed at night. Kennedy's curious about my high school training. Kennedy, it was fun, but I did train hard. I ran with the guys a lot of times, and they pushed me really hard, but I did do maybe 2 to 3 hard sessions a week, and then I'd have a couple recovery days and a longer run. A lot of times though, my long run came after my races. I would have a longer cool down so I could get more mileage in during that hard day. So, but like I said, I had a lot of fun. Some of my favorite memories are running with my teammates, but running with my dad. I spent a lot of time running with my dad, and I had a blast. I wouldn't change it for the world. I ran 30 to 40 mile weeks, so not high mileage, but intense mileage, I would have to say. So get after it and have fun, and we'll see you at Camp Kennedy. Kyle wants to know how to choose a good marathon training plan. Kyle, what I would do is pick a group, and there's many groups out there. Lifetime Run Club has many groups, and they have a coach there that can help you with a training plan, and then everyone is on the same goal. And I think that that's fun, to have a bunch of people helping you train, keep you committed to it. If you don't have that, you go to a running store. They might have a group that's training for a particular race. You have online training programs. Hal Higdon is a big one that people like to use. But for me, like I said, I like to have somebody around with me while I'm training and to discuss my goals with and dream a bit with. And if nothing else, I think you should have a personal coach or go to the online training. Jeremy is inquiring if I would ever move down south to train during the winter months. Well, Jeremy, I ask myself that every day during the winter because it does get pretty brutal here. But I sort of thrive off of being able to train in the winter, being tough, being able to handle all the cold weather elements. And I think it's something that gives me a rush. But at the same time, when it gets brutal out there, yes, I do think about moving my family and going down to Phoenix or somewhere to train. When I was in big time training, I did go away for 4 to 6 weeks to Phoenix actually and get away from the snow. But I love it here. Family's here, Charlie's got a job here, so we're not going anywhere. We're Minnesotans all the way. Becky is wondering if I have any tips on getting after it after having a baby. Becky, congratulations. I've heard you've had the baby, so I hope you're enjoying every minute of being a mom. I know I love every minute of being with Ruby, so it's amazing. But getting back to training is hard. Yes, your energy levels are down and you're trying to figure all that out. But I think truly if you can just get out the door, even if it's for 20 minutes, and slowly start back, whether you're walking to running or if you're running a little bit and trying to get your training back up to some intense work, just get out that door, try to carve away a little bit of time for yourself, and if nothing else, take the jogger with you. We also have a couple videos that we had 2-3 weeks ago called Hot Sweaty Mamas, and they have some great advice there too. So I hope you're having fun, and continue on the comeback trail because you're going to do great. Ron's wondering if I have any suggestions for high school runners gearing up for the Foot Locker Cross Country Regionals. I loved Foot Locker Cross Country Regionals. I used to run that. I ran it 3 times actually in high school. And I was already going from cross country to basketball season. So I had kind of a little different training plan going into regionals. I would use my basketball training and practice as my training basically, and then I would add on 2-3 miles afterwards. So I had a little bit of a different background when it came to that race, but for you guys, I think if you can really just maintain what you've been doing, obviously everyone was peaking for championship season, so you just need to get to that next race and really just tweak things. Don't have to add in new training, don't have to add in a bunch of mileage, you just need to maintain. And sometimes that's a really hard thing to do. So keep your intensity up, mileage low, have fun, and you'll run great. Thanks for joining me on another Mailbag episode. Keep submitting your questions to us on Facebook and Twitter. And remember, get after it. 3, 2, 1. Thanks for joining me on another Mailbag. Keep submitting your questions to Facebook. Keep submitting questions to our Facebook and Keep submitting your questions to our Facebook and Twitter. And remember, get after it. Sorry. To get after it. I said, remember to get after it.